because I'm hella confused, I don't know if you're gonna be able to get film that has any kind of coherence. You know what I mean? I don't know if you're gonna be able to find a coherent film in a confused dude.
I think one of the things that's powerful about Shawn's narrative is that it's a narrative of Islam in America. What happens when people convert to Islam and they're learning here, and as they're learning, they're reconciling what they're learning with the reality of their social setting. Remember when you walked into the Zawiyah and now you became Muslim? The question you asked me? You know what it was? What was it? What was the question?
If converting to Islam was going to take away my ambition.
Where are you at with that question now?
I think I'm coming to terms with it, little by little. But it changes every day. It changes every hour.
Shawn would represent a good, normal, middle-of-the-road convert to Islam. And in a lot of ways, he represents the best of what conversion has to offer in terms of, obviously, a certain level of societal success, education, so on and so forth.
Robert Shawn Cabalzi is the Distinguished Achievement Award recipient for the College of Business. He earned his bachelor's degree in business management from San Jose State University. He is the owner of Cabalzi Financial Group Incorporated and holds a real estate broker license. Shawn has demonstrated leadership from an early age by being captain of his high school basketball and football teams. During high school and college, Shawn worked part-time and full-time, buying his first house during his sophomore year in college. Shawn has managed to maintain a 4.0 GPA. That's about... Please welcome Shawn Cabalzi.
Thank you for providing the material to allow us to understand that in order to facilitate effective social change, we must first change that which is within ourselves. And most importantly, thank you to the one most worthy of thanks and praise, the compassionate, the merciful, the Most High. Mom, Dad, Taran, Mana, Gina, Joe, Gracie, and Caleb, I love you. This is for you.
I came into Islam stable financially, MBA, beautiful child, supportive, loving family, you know. Everything seemed perfect. I have nothing to complain for, nothing to complain about, nothing to be, you know, sad or anything, man. Like, I felt like I was always blessed all of my life. There was no reason for me to feel as though I needed like light or something. I needed meaning in my life, you know what I'm saying? I felt like I achieved what I wanted to achieve at that point in my life. I was 26 when I converted, you know, finished my undergrad, going into the MBA, had a good business, bought 3 homes, 3 offices. Everything was legit, man. Everything was all good, but it was superficial, man. There was no meaning. You know, it got to the point where it was like I got everything I felt like I wanted, and I felt like I thought that was gonna give me my happiness, you know, with continual success. And as you keep achieving what you had your eyes on, you know, what you're striving for, and you achieve it, then you go to the next level. You see the next level, you achieve it, you keep going up, and eventually you think that you're getting closer to something, right? It's like, and it should feel better, right? You should feel more peace, right? But it didn't feel like that. What I felt was I was getting hungry and hungry for the same thing, and it was getting worse. And at that point I was like, this path is not the path for me, you know? I need to find something else. The type of Islam that I knew of was really just giving up the world entirely, you know? And so I didn't know what that meant. All I knew was like, from my perception that Islam was about complete submission and relinquishing everything in the world. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know now, right? Like all I remember is that that's what it felt like. It felt like I had to give up a lot about myself. You know what I'm saying?
That's one of the mistakes that we've made, is we've created delusions of grandeur in our community. You know, like you have to be a superhero. It's not enough to just be Muslim. Being Muslim is a miracle. If you could be upright, eat right, not lie, not cheat, do good by your family, and raise a family, especially in this age, that's miraculous. That's grand.
But the difference is now is that I have a wife, you know, and a kid that I have to take care of. And that just changes this whole thing. It makes the confusion a lot. It just compounds the confusion, you know.
I can say without any exaggeration that this is one of the most special wedding ceremonies I've ever participated in, largely because of how much I love and care about both of the people who are here that will be joined today. And I won't get into talking about that. I might start crying and it'll be kind of awkward. But yeah, Shawn is more than a little brother to me, at times a big brother to me, depending on which one I need in the moment. And Veronica is more than a sister, a big sister, little sister sometimes. And they're both people who've been really integral in making this space what it is today and kind of bringing us as a community to where we are.
I still have some of these feelings deep in my heart, you know, about the dunya, you know, and how it's hard, and now I have to struggle through it. And if I struggle, am I gonna find meaning in that? I do see it though sometimes, bro. Like there's times where, you know, I see my wife and my child sleeping and I'm like, man, this is not a game. I gotta make it happen, dude. You know what I'm saying? And so it's clear, it's crystal clear to me that the next day I just gotta make it happen. I gotta stop complaining and I gotta provide. I got a job, I got a role, you know what I mean? And so I'll do that for a while, you know? Everything will be all good, you know? And then when it gets hard again, when it gets difficult, and I feel like life is becoming shallow, you know? Having those same feelings that I had before I became Muslim, I start to panic, you know? I feel like I have to make a change, you know?
I don't know, I kind of feel like removed from these issues.
How come?
Because maybe because I'm not feeling them, you know? So it's hard for me to kind of relate to that. You know? And because I'm not feeling it, it almost makes me like question, like, does it really exist still, you know? So I don't know. I just want to find like meaning, you know? Like really, inshallah, deep meaning. And like, inshallah, like it'll like manifest itself in like who I am, and inshallah, and like, you know, our family and our relations with people and stuff.
What I was yearning for, I felt like I found that in the knowledge of Islam, you know what I mean? In the tradition, in the statements that the brothers share, you know? The sayings of the Prophet ﷺ and Quran, you know? I felt every time I feel that, it would overwhelm me, and it's like, I want more, you know? I want to learn, you know? I want to learn the knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Because I felt that what I was looking for before Islam, I found it in Islam, you know? And that's where the confusion hits, man. And it's not just about, you know, becoming a sheikh or a teacher. Just really, I want to understand it deeply, you know? I want to understand it deeply.
I remember a time when Shawn was asking really, really difficult questions of himself in a more honest way than many people who convert to Islam do, about his own goals and aspirations, and then about some of his own inclinations and, you know, different desires at different points of his experience as a Muslim. And I think that's a really, really good sign. Like, we're taught in our tradition that asking questions is half of knowledge.
What am I complaining about, man? Imagine all the things that people are going through in the U.S., outside of the U.S., third world countries, in the Philippines, man, in the ghetto, right? And we're complaining, like, what do I do? I feel like a little kid, bro, like a little baby, you know what I'm saying? Seriously, man, but it's really what I'm feeling, yo. I can't deny it, you know what I'm saying?
Just beginning. The story's just beginning.
I truly believe that Allah will make everything clear, inshallah.